What's up, team? Sorry I've been MIA. I'm going to be having a look at Bitcoin today, and we're also going to be having a look at some altcoins, but not in charts wise. Bitcoin right now is currently traded at $27,458, guys. Down 5% in the last 24 hours. We got BNB right here, 257 under 300. Cardano almost under 50 cents. We got XRP right here. Solana at 32. Polkadot under $10. So guys, this is a wholesale right here. We got a whole wildfire sale happening right now. But the thing that I want to be looking at right now is Bitcoin. I want to be having a look at this rainbow chart to see where we can potentially going. And that's about it. Before I get into the altcoins, which I most likely won't get into the charts, but before I talk about the altcoin, I want to talk about Bitcoin, okay? Having a look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, okay? Very, very important. Ever since we had the 200 moving average right here, we always came back down and rejected in the bear market, okay? So this was the bear market in 2013. Okay, we peaked in 2015 and then we had that nice little rally. Okay, that's the number one, okay? Another time we had it in 2018 and then we peaked at the 200 or bottomed at the 200 and then popped back up. Same thing right here. This was the COVID rally, came at the 200 moving average and then popped and rallied. Now, I think we would have rallied if we didn't have COVID. We would have gone like straight from 2018 all the way to right here, but we had COVID, so we had to come back down. And once again, we never closed below. So the question is are we gonna come back down right here, or are we gonna go below? Now the big question is Bitcoin has never, ever played in a recession before. So this is actually the first time that Bitcoin gets into a recession with the rest of the financial market. So we saw the stock market experience it. We saw the real estate experience it, and we saw commodities experience it. We have never seen the cryptocurrency market experience a recession before. So what is a recession? A recession is when you have two consecutive GDP of negative growth in America, essentially. And we have never seen that because Bitcoin, as you guys know, is very, very new, 2012, right? When it was traded. Look, if I go back, 2011. So yeah. That being said, we have never seen it, and the last recession America had was in 2008, 2009. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how Bitcoin reacts in this full recession market. So that's number one. So what I'm eyeing right now is 22,300. No question about that. Another thing is this chart that I want to look at before I get into the smaller time frame is definitely this chart I want to look at. Okay, we know that in this rainbow chart we have never ever gone below the blue line. Okay, so right now we're currently sitting at the buy region. Okay, the buy region is right here, 26,000, and as you guys can see, the buy is anywhere between 22,000 to $30,000, and the fire sell region is anywhere between 0 to 22,000. Are we gonna go to zero? Can Bitcoin go to zero? It's actually impossible for Bitcoin to go to zero because there's so many Bitcoins that are lost in other wallets. There's over 5 million Bitcoins that are lost that people can retrieve because one, they forgot their private key, they didn't write down their private key, they were stolen, they were hacked, and whatnot. When people used to play video games, also they sent millions of Bitcoins and then they don't know where they sent it. So can we go to zero? Probably not. But we could definitely go to $20,000. Nothing crazy. I've been calling the 200 moving average for a couple of weeks now. I said that if we break 30K, we're most likely going to come back and retest the 200 moving average. And this is exactly what's happening right now. We're on our way to retesting that. After that, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin makes a nice little bounce. In the future, by 2024, we're going to be starting the next bull market, in my opinion, and we're most likely going to reach $350,000. But let's have a look at this rainbow chart right here. I don't think, look, we had two peaks right here. Two bottoms, 1, 2, and we always trended at the rainbow, as you guys can see. So we can still go up if we trend on the rainbow, as you guys can see right here. We could essentially come and trend all the way till 2024, and by 2024, right here, as you guys can see, by the halving, Bitcoin can be at 40,000. Okay, and we know the halving is not always bullish. It's bullish in the macro level, not in the short term, but we could trend a little bit sideways, and then we could essentially fly out to potentially $727,000 in 2025. Now we haven't seen Bitcoin reach the serious or sell right here, as you guys can see. This is a sell FOMO or the bubble territory. We haven't seen that. The last time we've seen it was in 2017, guys. That was in 2017. The last time before that was in 2014. Okay, so 2014, 2017. I was hoping we would see one right here and peak at 170,000. That didn't happen, which is quite surprising, but that's okay. We're most likely going to redo it. And guys, look at that. We're halfway away from the halving. Look at this. The halving is we're already 2 years in since last halving, and we know then the last halving right here was in 2020. Bitcoin was going sideways. Everyone was like, why isn't Bitcoin pumping? Then we had that nice little pump right here, came back down, and then exploded all the way to 92,000, not 92,000, 69,000, sorry, $70,000, which was fantastic. And we know bear markets are healthy. If you're not accumulating, you're losing. Having a look at Kadena real quick, guys. If you guys saw my videos recently, I did mention that Kadena could come back down to 1.38. A lot of people are going to have their orders there. The question is are we going to hold that, or are we going to come below that? That's the main question. Nothing too much you see over here, I mean, on Kadena, because we know that Bitcoin controls most of the market. But if we do see a bounce on Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised if we essentially come back and we could potentially rally to 3.3. Overall, Bitcoin is still bearish, guys. As you guys can see, nothing too much to see. If I go on the daily time frame real quick and I pull the EMA ribbon, this is probably one of the most important. Ever since we essentially broke below the EMA ribbon right here on April 8th, we essentially have never ever been able to come across above it. As you guys can see right here, we peaked. We had a couple of rejections right here, came back down, had another couple of rejections right here, but we weren't fully able to come above it, or above the EMA ribbon. Another thing is we broke this very important support level right here. So if you guys saw my videos previously, I mentioned that we've been consolidating right here in this level for quite some time, and now we fully came below it, and Bitcoin finally essentially broke below it right here. We saw a few peaks right here and a few peaks right here, but guess what? This is clean. The weekly time frame, the weekly candle does close in about 12 hours and 49 minutes. So this is definitely a crazy weekly candle to see. And that's about it. Having a look at Ethereum, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weekly straight red candles for Ethereum. That is beyond crazy. Where can we go for Ethereum? Are we going to see a bounce? When are we going to see a bounce? 10 red weekly candles, guys. Are you kidding me? First of all, we do have some support right here, as you guys can see. If I take this and extend it all the way back to 2017, this is a crazy strong support. Okay, 1, 2, and then 3. We're going to have to see that. If Ethereum breaks that, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a flash crash to 680 or $700. It's going to be very interesting, guys. Nothing too much to see over here. Bitcoin is dumping. If you're not accumulating, you're losing. Not financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence. If you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.